Yeah, guys, so much information still coming in. What we do know right now, the New Hampshire connections to the situation that is happening down in our nation's capital, is another flight from that same airline operating for American Airlines called PSA was supposed to land here just a few minutes ago at the Manchester-Boston Regional Airport from Reagan National Airport. That flight has, of course, been canceled. That full ground stop, no flights coming in or out of Washington, D.C. right now. We have also learned that same flight involved in that crash was bound to then fly north later this evening here to New England, bound to land at Burlington at the Leahy International Airport there. These are the live images we've been watching all evening long for these last few hours coming out of Washington, D.C. Just to go over the facts one more time, according to the FAA, that CRJ 700 passenger jet colliding midair with a Sikorsky H-60 helicopter, those better known as Black Hawk helicopters used by the U.S. military. That happened while that flight was on approach at Reagan National Airport. The American Airlines flight that was operated by PSA had departed from Wichita, Kansas. It was on its final approach to the runway. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt saying that President Donald Trump has been informed of the crash just moments before we came on the air. President Donald Trump himself releasing a statement saying he's been fully briefed on the situation. He is monitoring what he is calling a terrible accident happening in Washington, D.C. tonight. We spoke with Tom Kinton this evening. He's the former head of Massport and Logan International Airport. Obviously, another airport that sees a massive amount of air traffic flowing in and out, both civilian, commercial, and military. He's telling us about the information he is seeing coming in from our nation's capital tonight.
I can't recall the last mid-air in this country. I mean, we have a very sophisticated air traffic control system that operates very safely. But again, something went wrong this evening, and that's got to get figured out because this is unheard of, quite frankly, in this day and age, in this country.
And right here, we are again showing you that video that appears to show the moment that that Black Hawk helicopter and that passenger jet collided in the air in Washington, D.C. Kinton telling us the exact circumstances of that crash and that collision, what happened in the moments before and after, will have a serious impact on the number of potential survivors in this crash. We know that there is a massive search and rescue effort underway right now on the waters of the Potomac River. Take a listen to what Tom Kinton has to say about that.
If one went on fire in the sky and the other one just plummeted into the water, you have a higher degree of potentially rescuing some people alive, versus if both aircraft blew up in the sky, then it's a tougher situation.
And we've also learned tonight that the flight tomorrow morning from here in Manchester, scheduled to go down to Reagan National Airport in Boston, leaving around 5:30 tomorrow morning, has already been canceled. That comes as that rescue effort still underway at this hour down in Washington, D.C. This is a breaking story, lots of developing information coming in, and we'll continue to keep you posted as soon as we get new details. Live in Manchester, Ross Ketchke, WMUR News 9.